This is where we acknowledge those that did extraordinary, super extraordinary work, because I think all of you do, but we fortunately have some categories that we like to pay specific attention and acknowledgement to people. So first I'm going to pass the floor to Diane Bergeron, who is not just our treasurer, but also chair of our Women's Committee, and Diane is going to present or mention a couple of awards. Thank you. Over to you, Di.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are almost done, I promise. Okay, for the scholarships, the scholarship committee met to determine who would be receiving the scholarships. I would like to tell you what they are, just so I can remind you. The Barbara Marjoram Braille Literacy Scholarship for women and girls aged 14 to 30 years old. The Pedro Zurita Youth Fund for individuals who are blind or partially sighted, who are 15 to 30 years of age. Mary Hockhausen Prize for Music and Braille Literacy for young blind and partially sighted persons 18 to 35, or qualifying organizations. Gerald Dirks Scholarship for individuals who are blind or partially sighted between 18 and 35 years old. Hermione Grant Calhoun Scholarship Fund for blind women in developing countries for women and girls who are blind or partially sighted who are at least 16 years of age. Those are the scholarships that were put out. I'm pleased to tell you that we received a total number of applications of 168 applications. The countries represented were 14. Number of scholarships was 25. And total amount of awards given, $42,650. The names of each of these award winners will be posted on the website in the coming days. We'd like to thank all of the nominators, the organizations that are supporting these young scholars, and we wish all of the winners good luck in the future. Looking forward to having this award available again next year, so please stay in touch with the website so you can see it when it is posted. Can we please give a round of applause to all of the winners? And now I don't need notes because I know what I'm going to say. For the last 4 years, I have been chair of the Women's Committee. However, I have been involved with the Women's Committee in the past. One of the most exciting pieces of work that the Women's Committee does is the honoring of the Women's Empowerment Award. This award is given to a blind or partially sighted woman within the World Blind Union who has shown exemplary work, leadership, compassion, and advocacy for women and girls around the world. We received 48 nominations. This was unbelievable amount of nominations. The Women's Committee was proud to set a list of criteria, and there were some very good candidates. However, it was unanimously agreed that there was only one person that deserved this award, and it could be none other than our very own Anna Peláez. Anna, will you please come up? Anna's work at the United Nations was one of the big reasons why she is receiving this award, but there are so many other things that she has done, and I'm very pleased to be able to give this to her. I would very much love to tell you what it says on the certificate, but to honor Anna's mother language of Spanish, I have no choice but to say I cannot read Braille Spanish. I'm sorry. Anna, can you come around? Congratulations, Anna. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Qué emocionante recibir este reconocimiento por parte de la gran
What an
familia
honor to receive this
de las personas ciegas de todo
award.
el mundo, por parte de la Unión Mundial de Ciegos. Me siento profundamente
This is a greeting
agradecida y
that I
honrada
make to all
por
blind people in the world. I'm
la
deeply thankful,
recepción
and it's a
de
great
esta,
honor to me
este reconocimiento que se me ofrece.
to
Solo
receive this
se me ocurre
acknowledgement.
agradecerlo profundamente. Quiero
The only thing that comes
en
to
ese
mind right now is
agradecimiento,
gratitude, a deep
expresar
gratitude, and I'd like
mi
to, in this,
verdadera
to be able to
gratitud
express
hacia quien me ha permitido realmente
how grateful I
desarrollar
am
este
to
trabajo,
those who
que ha sido la
allowed
ONCE.
me to
La ONCE
truly do
desde el
this work.
principio me dio la
ONCE
oportunidad
allowed me
de
to
venir
do
aquí
this. From the
por primera
beginning,
vez hace ya
they
muchos
gave
años,
me the
en el año
opportunity to be
2000.
here
Fue mi primera
for the first time a
asamblea
few
de la
years
Unión
ago in
Mundial de
the
Ciegos.
year
Desde
2000,
entonces hasta ahora
the
he vivido
first
7,
assembly, the World
todas ellas,
Blindness
en
Summit that I
todas ellas he
participated
participado. En
in.
todas ellas
I've been
he
part of
visto la
7 of
fuerza
them, and
de
in
las
all 7,
mujeres y de los hombres
I see the
ciegos y con
strength of
problemas
women and
visuales.
men,
En todas ellas he visto
blind men
también
and women,
esa
and
fuerza
those visually impaired.
importantísima que
And we
tienen,
can
que
see the
tenemos
strength
las
of all of
hermanas
us in
ciegas y
these
con problemas
summits, that
visuales.
us sisters
La ONCE también
and
en aquel
all those
momento
who
me dio la
have
oportunidad de
visual
llegar a
impairment.
Naciones Unidas, de enfrentarme a una
And I was
negociación de
able
una
to reach the
convención
UN thanks to
que
all
no
of this.
hablaba de las
And
mujeres en
that made
ningún caso.
it possible for me
Y
to be
que
part of a
desde el primer
negotiation
momento
that didn't include
vi la
women in
necesidad de
any
considerarlo.
agenda.
Otras
And then from the
hermanas
first
que
beginning, I
estáis
saw the
aquí,
need
me abristeis camino, me
bring
ayudasteis
other
en
women,
ese
other
trabajo.
sisters into
Otras,
consideration, and these
como
sisters helped me in my work.
fueron también guía
And others like
y
Ignosto were
embajadoras para
guides
dar la oportunidad de que
They
gente
were
nueva, muy joven como
ambassadors
yo, en aquel momento
to
pudiéramos
offer
entrar
opportunity to
en
younger
Naciones
people
Unidas.
or new people in
Dayan,
this
eres para
in
mí
this
una
area
inspiración.
in the
El trabajo que
UN.
has hecho liderando
To
el
me,
Foro
Anna,
de
you're an
Mujeres ha
inspiration.
sido
Your leadership
excepcional.
in the
Y
women's
agradezco también y
board
expreso
has
mi
been
reconocimiento
amazing.
hacia todas esas
The
mujeres
women's
que
committee
estáis
has been amazing.
comprometidas
I offer my
con la
gratitude
defensa
to
de
all
los
these women
derechos
that are
en
committed
igualdad de condiciones de las mujeres en todo el mundo, en todo vuestro
women's
trabajo.
and
No olvidemos
equality
que
rights in all
una de
over the
cada
world.
5 mujeres
We cannot
vive
forget
con una
that 1 in 5
discapacidad
women
y que particularmente la violencia
live with
es
some kind of
el
impairment.
peor
and
acompañamiento,
disability.
la peor realidad que sufren muchas hermanas ciegas y con problemas
Violence
visuales
is the worst
en todo el
reality
mundo.
for many
Tenemos que seguir
blind
trabajando
or
en
visually
ese
impaired
ámbito.
sisters
Esto
suffer all over
solamente
the
puede
world, and we
servir
need to
para
work
que
to fight against
reforcemos
that.
realmente nuestro compromiso,
And
el
this
compromiso de la
will
Unión
help
Mundial de
us to
Ciegos y
strengthen
el
our
compromiso
commitment,
nuestro
the
también
commitment
desde nuestras
from the
respectivas
World Blind
organizaciones para no
Union
dar un
and our
paso
respective
atrás.
organizations
Me preocupa
so that we
profundamente
don't step back.
la falta de participación de las mujeres
I
en
am
nuestro
deeply
propio
concerned
movimiento.
with the
Más que
lack of
nunca
participation of
necesitamos
women in
tomar
our
conciencia
movement.
de lo que eso
And
significa.
above all, it's
Yo
necessary
quiero,
that we become more
sinceramente,
aware of
agradecer
how important this
ese
is.
compromiso que habéis expresado
And
estos días aquí
I humbly
y irme a
thank
casa con la
you for your
seguridad de que
commitment.
verdaderamente las mujeres
And I go
ciegas y
home
con discapacidad visual grave
reassured
no se
that
van
we
a quedar
blind women
atrás.
and
Mujeres
visually
como
impaired
Gertrude
women
Oforigua
will not be
Fefoama,
left behind.
pero también otras mujeres
Women such as
importantes
this
en
one and
otros
other
ámbitos. Estoy
important women
pensando
in other
también, por
fields.
ejemplo, en María Soledad
And I think, for
Cisternas.
example,
Estoy
María
pensando
Soledad
en
Cisternas,
gente
I
maravillosa que
think,
estáis
I'm
ahí también
thinking
al frente
of
de
amazing
vuestras
people
respectivas
that are
organizaciones. Son esenciales para cambiar
representing their
esta visión
organization.
que se
You
tiene
are essential
de la
to bring
propia
change.
situación de las mujeres ciegas y con
The point of view
discapacidad
that we
visual
have of
en
the
todo el
very
mundo.
situation of
Trabajemos,
blind and
hermanos,
visually
hermanas,
impaired women
para
all over the
cambiar
world.
esa realidad. Para
Brothers
dar
and sisters,
realmente
please
un
let's work
futuro,
to
una
change this
esperanza
reality
a mucha gente
so that you can
que hoy por
create
hoy sigue siendo
and
víctima de
deliver
violencia
a
de género.
future of hope
Infinitas
to many
gracias
people
por vuestro apoyo
that
y
today
por
are
vuestro
still
compromiso.
victim gender violence. Thank you for your commitment.